Welcome. My name is Jimmie Stephens. I'm the pastor of the Light International Church in Fairburn, Georgia. Also campus pastor of a school out here in Fairburn, Georgia, a private school, as well as over 12 years post-secondary education and a U.S. Navy veteran. Now, last few weeks we've been talking to high school seniors. That's what we're talking to, juniors and seniors, those people in high school who don't know what they want to do. Now today I'm going to deal with what we all hear, the cycle, right? I'll call it the cycle. We go into this concept and this idea of college, and ain't nothing wrong with college, right? I help students get in college. It's a great thing, but the key is understanding when you go into college, when you go into that major university. Number one, am I ready? Right? We just think if I get in, I'm good. I've talked to many counselors. One of the hats I wear is traveling throughout Southwest Georgia, talking to high school seniors, talking to juniors, talking to counselors and teachers, and it is amazing me. It amazes me. And right now, that's what this YouTube channel is birthed out of. It's birthed out of the pain and the disappointments of the young people's eyes when I talk to them about what they got to expect. And they never heard that before. They never heard that when you go into a college, expect a classroom of maybe a small end of 75 to a large end and average end of 700, depending on what university you go to. Never heard of a syllabus where they don't tell you when homework is due. You read it and you develop a plan of action on how you're going to do that homework in that class. And then you're going to multiply that by 3 or 4 because you're a 4-time student. No one's telling you that you can't coast through a university because you got a 3.5 in high school, or you got a 4.0 in high school, or 3.8 in high school. You may be coasting on a 3.8 or 3.5 or even a 4.0. Meaning, hey man, it ain't nothing for me to go in, read maybe 1 or 2 chapters and I'm good. When you get to that university level, things are going to change. There's going to be something called a study habit that's needed in order for you to be successful. And so what I'm telling you is this: you have to understand that once you cross that stage in high school and you go into that university, you have to understand that there is a certain level of discipline that you have to acquire. Now, if you're in 11th grade right now, you got time, right? If you're in the 12th grade right now, truth be told, you got to grind. You got to make some serious adjustments to get to where you say you want to get to. This is not business as usual. I believe it's a tragedy for a young person to go through 4 years of high school and for a teacher to babysit you and ask you, did you turn in your homework? Did you do this? Make sure you do that. And once you get to that university level, ain't nobody saying nothing. They can care less, because once you hit the second week of college, financial aid is dispersed, baby. They got paid. It's good. I want you to understand that is the reality of post-secondary education. That is the reality of college. It ain't so much as what degree is you go into as am I ready to go into this situation? Am I ready to go into a university? Am I ready to get these study habits that are needed in order for me to be successful? Some of you guys are primed and ready. You got study habits. You got people who've been training you, talking to you. But then there are those who think, if I just make it, right? I got young people right now, academic scholarships I talk to, football scholarships. They think they got it. But listen, you still got to go to class. And if you don't go to class, they pimping you out. I'm just going to go urban on you. They pimping you out because they getting something and you ain't getting nothing. You ain't even getting the education. So by the time you leave that university after 5.5, 6 years, you don't know nothing. And now they done got ahead and you have nothing. You have no education. You have no skill set, and you're trying now to go out into the real world. But bottom line is, who got the struggle? You do. The university got theirs. They got the yards out of you, my brother. They got the hurdles out of you, my sister. They got the times. You broke records. That's wonderful. But what's going to happen when you leave there? What's going to happen right now that you're looking for a job? You can't coast on that. You can't coast on my past skills as an athlete. You can't coast on when I was in high school, I did this. Listen, time moves. Time is continually moving. You have to be aware of it to the extent that you take advantage of your present. You take advantage of your opportunity right now as an 11th grader, as a 12th grader, as a 9th or 10th grader. You take advantage of your future. You own it. You stop playing around with where you're going in life. You got 4 years, man. You got 4 years in high school. 4 years in high school, but you got a whole lot of years as an adult. 4 years in high school is a small portion of your life. And what I'm saying it to you is, if you're going there, go there all the way. Don't just go half step. Go there all the way. Don't just go some way. Go all the way. Be all in with your future. If you ain't all in with your future, nobody else will be. If you're not all in with who you are, no one else will be. You have to be willing. You have to be willing to go all in. And here's the beauty about it. Here's the beauty about life. When you go all in your life, when you go all in on your study habits, when you go all in on your future, when you go all in on the background work, when you go all in and doing what's necessary because you're thinking about your future, when you go all in, something magical happens. People come alongside you and they support, they push, they help you get to where you're getting to. There's a true story about a young man who was running 5K, that's 3 miles. 3 miles. He ran with the track team all the time. These young people got out the starting gate, man. The gun went off and they started running. And there's one kid. He came out the gate struggling. He couldn't run like everybody else. He had a debilitating disease. His body couldn't function like everybody else. So as he began to run, he struggled. All the other kids ran, finished the 5K. This kid fell on his face, continued 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He kept on falling, get back up, falling again, get back up, falling again. He continued this process. But what was unique about this whole situation is this. When this young man finished his race, he didn't finish it by himself. He finished it with everybody on that team because they knew that this young man was giving it 100%. They saw the fight in him. They saw the drive, and when everybody else was looking at him crazy, they understood what he was giving out. And so they would finish the race, go right back and run with this young man until he crossed the finish line. What I'm saying to you is this. I don't care how big the struggle is. I don't care how hard it is. People gravitate toward the people who are all in. People gravitate toward those who have a focused vision and focused assignment for their life. So what I'm telling a young person is this: get focused. Get focused. Go all in on your future. Go all in on where you're going. Because when you go all in, something happens. Something happens. Not only do you find yourself, but people find you. And they strengthen you and they push you toward where you want to go because you all in. I can't tell a tree unless I see the fruit. What's on it? What's on the tree? That's going to let me know what's inside of it. I'm telling you, people see what's inside of you when you go all in. So today, I want you to go all in with your future. I want you to go all in, not just think about college. What am I doing right now? So when I get there, I'm a success. I'm talking about going all in, not mediocre, not 10%, not 20%. I dare you. I dare you to give everything you got to where you say you want to go. I dare you to put down the remote. I dare you to put down the game system. I dare you to put down the phone. I dare you to not text throughout the day, but do something that makes a deposit in your future. I dare you to do that. I dare you. And watch what happens when you begin that practice. Things shift in your life. People gravitate toward you. Why? Because you, my brother or my sister, are all in, and that's what people see, the fruit of you being all in. Man, my name is Jimmie, and remember this, what you do today impacts your tomorrow.